What's up, Chuck?
How much work at a woodchuck, Chuck? Woodchuck wood.
Yeah,
I don't know, Chuck.
I've heard
How
that all my
much?
life. It's like, and there are people out there that think that it's the first
It's
time.
the first time
that
they're
they're
so
geniuses
funny.
and so forth.
3.5 minutes.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Watch, she'll start off the interview. So what's up, Chuck? Oh, gee, you're brilliant.
All right.
So, hey, I coached women's high school gymnastics for 10 and a half years. I was thoroughly impressed at everybody in this movie, and shocked to find out that you guys weren't gymnasts. So
Yeah, it was crazy to be able to do. I'm impressed that you coached.
Well, you know what it was? Well, yeah. You know what they nailed is because all women gymnasts are just wicked, evil witches. I mean, they're just nasty. The girls used to deliberately not shave for like 2 weeks because on Saturday weekends they know I'd be spotting them and I'd be like gross, with the hands and everything. But yeah, and they used to call at my house and leave messages that practice was canceled because I used to kick their boyfriends out of the gym because they like to show off and
Right.
it was nasty and everything. But what convinced me that you were a gymnast was the floor. Your floor moves, your little, you're just the dance things, because I'm like, oh, well, this is obviously this is that girl. So
wow, that's really cool. It was scary for me to do because one, I'm not a dancer, and it was hard for me to be able to feel confident enough to get out there and not only dance, but also to do it to look like a gymnast, to make sure that it was in those movements. But that's really cool. Thank you.
Obviously, some serious training went involved. And the other thing that tipped me off that you were, in fact, a gymnast, because gymnasts are, like they say in the movie, rock hard athletes and trained to the max. But there's a scene where you're running and you obviously have a washboard stomach. Going on like, oh, well, there's no doubt about it, because now unless that was some kind of superimposed
no. Camera work. It's just all the lighting.
It's all the makeup and so forth like that. And then I was just like, and all the little things they were doing in the training, like the belly flops and everything. I was just like, this girl's obviously done some work and it's nothing, huh? No training, just
4 months of training before the film.
That's unbelievable.
And it seems like a really long time to someone who's never done that before, because it's a long time to me. But I thought I'd be like the most amazing gymnast ever at the end, and I hadn't even begun to get
But
to
even
that
the
point.
flexibility aspect. I mean, it's just
That
like,
was so hard for me to get to. Just because I had already had muscles and stuff like that, and I didn't take care of my body when I was younger and playing. I didn't stretch very much, so my muscles were already kind of tight. So to be able to be flexible, and then also while we're building the muscle, it's contradictory. You know what I mean? You can't. It's hard to be flexible and have your muscles really tight from training them all the time. But I can't even imagine what everybody
So then, what you're telling me is the ice baths were real?
That one was in the film, yeah,
I
definitely.
looked through, I'm like, oh my God, you look
That
like
was
you
real.
were misery.
Yeah, my nostrils were the size of quarters because I was breathing.
Yeah. Now, at any point did you ever look over and say, my God, I'm working in a movie with the freaking greatest actor on the planet, Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, it scared me.
Really?
Yeah, because this was my first film and I had never, done this before. There were so many pressures that I put on myself to really make sure that this was basically we were showing what the gymnastics world was like, and that it was authentic, and that it would be believable, and it was just scary to work with someone who was so amazing, and I was like, oh, I hope that I can, I hope this works, and I hope that I'm okay enough and all this stuff. But Jeff really made me feel comfortable. He was really encouraging and inspiring, and he taught me a lot of stuff that I've never, I was afraid to rehearse before because I thought that if I, got tired of doing the scene, then it wouldn't be genuine when we were filming. But, he taught me that that's not what happens. If you rehearse, you get the basics down, you lay down a foundation. Then you can go and you can get into the scene and you can be totally free and totally try new things. You're not thinking about your lines anymore. You're not thinking about where you're going to be walking because that's already done.
Well, you couldn't have learned from a better actor.
I know, I'm very lucky.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, nice to meet you too.
I was not prepared how stunning you are. I really was not. I was like,
Where's he stashing the alcohol?
Yeah.
Check him right now.
Enjoy the rest of your day.